New Orleans Hornets trying to finish off 2009 with a W, and he's a pretty good place to start. CP3's triple-double yesterday, his 11th all-time. Hornets have won 9 of the 11, 82% of the time. Our victories, but last night was not one of them.
Yeah, that's the exception to the rule, and you almost don't want to waste that type of a performance because the triple-double, that's the gold standard in the NBA for players to get. So when he gets a triple-double, you want to reward him with a win.
West against Arroyo, look at his chops, doubled by Beasley. Here's Devin Brown. Knocks down the three ball.
David West calls the people to come to him.
Because Miami's made 5 consecutive from the field. Devin Brown from Chris Paul.
He tells another shot after a miss.
Screen by Okafor. Paul, pull up, yes. Give Okafor a lot of credit on that possession.
Well, too often that sport sometimes has a little contact.
Wade, by the way, has scored 9 straight for Miami. How about 3 straight for Posey on one shot?
Nice basket.
Paul with 3. Paul with 2. Great bounce pass to David West with 3/10 of a second to go. That's the all-star connection. Very few teams can show that play off. Let's take a second look.
But Chris Paul, he knows where everybody is, and David West knows to go to the basket. Thinking Chris is going to. Hornets fortunate that they did not suffer from that turnover.
Paul, pull off. Perfect. Lining that one up beautifully.
Maybe wonder if we're going to see a little bit more eye contact with Chris Paul.
Sets up on the other side of Arroyo. Paul skip pass. Peja, 3 for 3.
That's important. That's important.
So Peja out Miami with 5:49 remaining. Paul was patient. Peja was accurate. And the Hornets
stay with Richardson. He's on him. He try to look for him.
Paul with another steal. His 4th of the night. Oh, in between the legs. Are you kidding me? And the ball. Yeah, I think he's an all-star.
Well, sometimes when you see Chris Paul and the ball, you think you've seen everything that he can do. No, you haven't. This is a magical mystery tour when he has the ball in his hands. This is just awful. I'm going to take you. I'm going to use you. I'm going to make the basket.
3 looks to convert a 3-point play, and here's how he got to the line.
Well, first you get the steal. That's one stat. Now let's dribble to myself. I'm going to spin, then I'm going to throw it up and knock it in. Got a lot for you on this.
Minutes to go. After Okafor gave the Hornets their largest lead, Miami cuts it back to 10, and Sangala puts it back to 12.
Chris Paul had a juke on the
night. Paul. Stop, pop, bottom.
He's feeling it. He's feeling it.
And I think Miami understands what's happening. Chris Paul's taking this ball game over again.
Chris Paul has been all over it. The last 3 plays, there's your steal. And this is going to be the dribble to yourself. You can get an assist, but they won't let you do it. And then the little flick shot that goes in. Now you'll see him put a juke move on, and a heat is going to hit the floor. Broke my ankles. Call the doctor. And then there's the jump shot by Sangala. And this is when you know that Chris Paul is feeling it. Comes off the screen, a little step back jumper. And that forces a timeout for the Miami Heat, because if you don't call a timeout now, you may not get another chance.
You know, that was the little man version of the posterized.
Oh yeah, yeah.
When you break a guy's ankles like that, he took Joel Anthony out of the game. He's out of the game because of that.
Yeah, that's right. His poster not over the rim, that's on your seat. You know, he took a seat on the court. Now his coach tells him to take a seat on the bench.
That's bargain. Under 40 seconds left as Paul no look to Okafor. 7th time, 14th a Mecca point.
I'm telling you, if I'm a big man, playing with Chris Paul is something I would just relish doing, because he gets.
They've got 4 seconds to decide the 3rd. Paul with a crossover, got Chalmers out of the way. He's getting Miami out of the way. With 2/10 of a second, that's it in the 3rd. It was Paul ball here in the 3rd quarter. Adding to his highlight film, the steal in transition, dribbling to himself, the spin and the score turned out into a three-point play. Chris Paul sent Joel Anthony to the bench and then delivered to one of his benchmates, Sangaila.
Paul has been running the show as only Chris Paul can. The third quarter has belonged only to Chris Paul. 4 or 5 from the field, you see him get a steal, dribble to himself, shake him, bake him, turn and make him. Chris Paul getting it done. 9 points. He had 5 assists. There's one of them to Darius Sangaila after he sends a heat to the seat. And Chris Paul pulling up, shooting the jumper. He's feeling it. He's doing it. And it's looking so good. I don't care. It's like the barbershop. Who thinks? Club his mouth.
Haslam trapping Paul. Lob to West. Bop.
That's his jumper. That's his jumper.
Okafor to West. 5 on the clock. Now Paul with 2. Paul has to heave up. A banking 3! As the shot clock was expiring, Chris Paul wants to send Miami home with a loss.
He's got a little. Chris Paul is like, okay, we got nothing left, but you always have me. And if you always have me, you always got a chance. Throw up a 3 and bank it in, Chris. That's a big.
CP with the basketball, 10. Blow by on Richardson and a floater. Big bucket for Paul. 2:35 to go in regulation. Hornets behind Chris Paul, maintaining the lead against.
This isn't over until you do.
It was 18-17 the last time Miami led. David West gives the Hornets the lead back.
Nothing buttoned there. This game's coming down to 1 possession. You'll see the Hornets get the ball to David West all net.
Standing here with Chris Paul. Chris, last time you guys played this team, you and I talked to each other. You were on the sideline in street clothes. Talk about your enthusiasm wanting to face them on the floor tonight.
I was excited. We've been a great team at home all year. I missed that game in Miami. D-Wade's like a brother to me. It's always exciting playing against my close friends.
Certainly a balanced effort that we saw throughout the first half. It seemed like you all carried. I know it was a disappointing loss last night on the road, but that energy from Houston carried over into tonight's game.
Yeah, definitely. We picked it up on the defensive end tonight, especially in the second half. Emeka over the past 2 nights has been that inside presence that we needed inside. Without him contesting and blocking those shots, we don't win this game.
Third quarter, you certainly picked up the game. Talk about it. Was there a matchup there that you saw that you could take advantage of?
We just got stops, and me and Max started working the pick and roll, and when you got D. West knocking down shots, and Paige and Devin, it just opened up the court for me.
Chris, great way to end 2009. Happy New Year. We'll start 2010 here Saturday.
Happy New Year to everybody out there. Be safe.
Thank you very much. Chris Paul, an outstanding night for CP.